She leaned in. You wrapped your arms around her. Just a hug, right? But something felt off, like she wasn't fully there. You held her like it meant everything, but she pulled away like it meant nothing. In that quiet moment, it hit you: she felt nothing, and you felt it all. Most men hug like boys, seeking comfort or approval. But a Stoic man hugs like a king, grounded, powerful, and unforgettable. And when you do it right, she'll remember the way you held her long after she's gone. If you're ready to learn what separates boys from men and how they connect, make sure to subscribe to Stoic 95 and hit the bell icon, because what's coming next will change how you carry yourself forever. Number 1. A hug is more than touch, it's presence. Most men think a hug is just a formality, something simple, quick, maybe even forgettable. They believe it's the physical act of arms around a body and nothing more. But that's the surface. And the surface is where the undisciplined man lives. He moves through the world reacting, hoping, needing. So when he wraps his arms around a woman, he's not offering anything. He's asking for something: approval, affection, reassurance. That kind of energy is loud, even if his words are silent. She can feel it, in the tension of his body, in the speed of the embrace, in the way he pulls her in just a little too tightly, or lets go too quickly. His hug becomes a mirror of his unsettled spirit. But presence, real presence, is a different thing altogether. It's not about the muscles you use. It's about the energy you bring. A Stoic man doesn't hug to seek comfort. He hugs to offer it. He's still inside, calm, aware. He doesn't squeeze harder hoping she'll respond. He doesn't count seconds in his head. He's not performing. He's grounded in his own frame, breathing steady, body relaxed, emotionally neutral, but not cold. He's there, fully, without needing a single thing from her. And that stillness radiates. She feels it before her mind even registers what's happening. Her nervous system picks it up: the safety, the certainty, the peace in his chest. There's something rare about that kind of touch, because it's not about seduction. It's not about getting closer. It's about being there, offering stability in a world that constantly pulls people off center. A woman might not even know why she breathes deeper in that moment, why her shoulders soften, why her mind goes quiet. But the answer is simple: she's next to a man who doesn't flinch. A man who isn't driven by impulse or insecurity. A man who knows that the deepest kind of connection doesn't come from doing more. It comes from needing less. You want to know what strength feels like to a woman? It's not loud. It's not aggressive. It's not even physical. It's the quiet confidence of a man who can hold space without asking for anything back. And in that hug, he becomes more than a body. He becomes a moment of peace she didn't know she needed. Number 2. Masculine stillness creates feminine softness. There's a kind of power that most men never tap into. It's not the kind that shouts or performs. It doesn't flex. It doesn't chase validation. It's the quiet presence of a man who is rooted in himself. Not frozen, not tense, just still, intentional, present. You can feel it in the way he breathes, in the way he holds eye contact without needing to dominate, in the way he wraps his arms around a woman without needing to prove anything. This is masculine stillness. And it does something to a woman that words can't replicate. Think back to the last time you hugged a woman and really meant it. Not a quick embrace, not a needy grip. I'm talking about when you slowed down, let your nervous system settle, and just held her. You weren't clinging. You weren't overthinking. You were simply there, present. That kind of hug speaks volumes. It tells her, I see you, I feel you, and I don't need to do anything else right now except be here. That's when she exhales. That's when her shoulders drop. That's when her softness emerges. Because feminine softness is a response. It doesn't come from pressure. It comes from safety. And safety doesn't mean protection in the loud, theatrical sense. It means consistency. It means calm. It means you are unmoved by the chaos around you. When she leans into you and feels that you're not fidgeting or drifting mentally somewhere else. When she notices that your breathing is steady and your arms hold her like solid ground, something in her lets go. The anxiety melts. The overthinking quiets. She sinks with you without trying to. Most men are so focused on the outcome that they forget presence is the point. They rush the kiss. They chase the reaction. They try to impress instead of imprint. But a grounded man doesn't rush. He doesn't need to, because his energy isn't coming from desperation. It's coming from inner order. And when a woman feels that, when she realizes she's not being pulled or pushed, but simply received, her feminine essence rises without force. She breathes differently. Her heartbeat slows. And something ancient, something instinctual, awakens in her. She won't be able to explain why she remembers the way you held her. But she will, because it wasn't what you said or even what you did. It was how you were. Still, present, unmoved, not to control, not to conquer, but to contain. And that kind of masculine presence is rare, which is exactly why it's unforgettable. Number 3, detachment makes you magnetic. You hug her, and for a moment, there's warmth. There's connection. You can feel her breath, maybe even her heartbeat if you're close enough. But then comes the part that separates boys from men. That silent space right after the embrace. What do you do then? Most men stay too long. They cling. They overstay the moment like a guest who doesn't know when to leave. They look into her eyes, searching for some kind of answer. Did she like it? Was it enough? Is she going to pull away? They search her face like it holds the key to their worth. And in that moment, whether they realize it or not, they hand her their power. But the Stoic man is different. He gives the hug with full presence, then lets go first. Not because he's cold, not because he doesn't feel, but because he is not owned by the moment. He understands something deeper about connection, that the most powerful presence is the one that doesn't cling. That magnetism doesn't come from need. It comes from stillness. He doesn't wait to be released. He doesn't try to prolong it, as if his value is measured in seconds of closeness. He's not performing. He's being. And when he steps back, when he lets go before she does, something in her shifts. Not because she's offended, but because she's not used to that kind of energy. It unsettles her in a good way. It stirs her curiosity, because every other man clutches. Every other man tries to make the moment mean something more than it does. But the man who lets go, he understands that affection is not ownership. He understands that desire is not the same as dependence. He can want her, even cherish her, but still remain whole without her. That kind of presence creates a ripple. It lingers. She'll replay it later, wondering why it felt so different. It's the same energy you see in nature. A mountain doesn't lean in to be admired. It just stands, and people feel something in its silence. A river doesn't beg you to follow its current. It just flows, and yet you can't help but be drawn in. That's what masculine detachment looks like. Not coldness, not indifference, but a calm, grounded presence that says, I am here, but I don't need to hold you to prove it. Number 4, the unspoken message behind the hug. You see, most men don't realize that a simple hug is never just a hug. It's a language of its own. A man's touch, even brief, carries the full weight of who he is. His inner world, his fears, his confidence, the way he sees himself and others. It's all there, silent but heavy. And a woman can feel it without needing to explain why. She may not be able to put it into words, but she knows. Her body knows. Her nervous system reacts long before her mind catches up. When a weak man hugs a woman, there's a slight tremble in it. Not physical, but emotional. It's in the way he holds on for a second too long. It's in the desperate pressure of his arms. The subtle way he leans into her, as if trying to merge, to escape something within himself. That kind of hug doesn't say, I'm here. It pleads. It clings. It whispers, don't leave me. Please need me back. And whether she's conscious of it or not, it drains her. Because what he's asking for isn't connection. It's reassurance. And reassurance is not attractive, especially when it comes from a place of lack. Now contrast that with the man who stands solid, calm, collected. He hugs with presence, not need. His touch says, I see you exactly as you are. I'm not here to own you. I'm not afraid of losing you. I offer this moment fully, and if it's the last, I remain whole. That kind of hug doesn't grab. It blesses. It lets her breathe inside of it. And in that space, her guard drops. Her memories take root. Not because he tried to impress her, not because he overwhelmed her, but because he made her feel something sacred. Safety without control. Attention without hunger. And that memory will linger. Not loudly. Quietly. She might remember it on a random afternoon. Maybe when she's alone. Maybe in the arms of someone else who doesn't make her feel the same way. And in that contrast, his presence will return to her mind. The way his silence said more than words. The way his stillness made her feel more emotion than drama ever could. That is what remains when the world moves fast and real connection becomes rare. A man's energy, calm and complete, wrapped in a moment that asked for nothing in return. Number 5. When you hug, breathe like a man. When you hug a woman, your breath speaks before your mouth ever can. Most men never realize it, but your body tells the truth, always. You can't fake presence. You can't fake calm. And she can feel the difference. If your breathing is quick and shallow, she'll feel it. It won't matter what you say or how confident you try to appear on the surface. That shallow breath tells her you're nervous. It tells her you're performing. You're not grounded in yourself. You're not settled. And women notice these things, not consciously, but deeply, instinctively. It's in the tension of your shoulders, the speed of your heart, the way your chest rises too fast against hers. That's how she knows. But when you slow down, when your breath settles deep into your belly, something changes. You stop chasing the moment. You become the moment. And that's what she really wants to feel. Not words, not charm, stillness. That unshakable calm a man carries when he's not trying to impress anyone, when he's already whole within himself. I've seen this play out countless times, in my life and in others. A man who walks in with calm energy doesn't need to speak loudly. His presence does the talking. A man who hugs without rushing, without reaching for words to fill the silence, leaves an impression that lingers. Not because of what he said, but because of what she felt. That steady rhythm of breath, that silence that says I'm not afraid to just be here with you. That's rare. That's what makes her feel safe without knowing why. Most men ruin the moment because they think silence is awkward. They start talking too much, laughing nervously, over-explaining. But when a man can just hold her, breathe deeply, slowly, he creates something sacred. A quiet message gets sent. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to fix anything. I'm just here, and I'm not going anywhere for now. She won't remember the compliment you gave her. She won't remember your joke. But she will remember the way your calm breath settled her nervous system, the way your stillness felt like peace. And long after you're gone, that feeling stays in her body, a quiet echo of what a real man feels like. Stop hugging like a boy who's chasing love. Start embracing like a man who already carries it in his presence. Your hug shouldn't be desperate. It should be rare, powerful, still, and unforgettable. If this message hits something deep inside you, then you already know you weren't made to beg for attention. You were made to command the room without saying a word. This is about mastering presence, not just with women, but in every moment of your life. So if you're ready to unlock that kind of power, subscribe to Stoic 95 and tap the bell icon. Because here, we don't hold on to be loved, we let go and remain unforgettable.